Today I'm in Edinburgh, Scotland, awaiting our flight back home. Join me on this trip with the British flag carrier British Airways from Edinburgh to London's Heathrow. Welcome to Bradley Penny Aviation. Edinburgh Airport is located just a few miles from the city of Edinburgh itself and conveniently connected by tram. It's within easy reach of popular tourist attractions like the Edinburgh Royal Mile and Edinburgh Castle. More information about this can be found in my recent travel guide. Let's get checked in. You'll find the check-in area on the ground floor here at Edinburgh, with the British Airways desks to the far left. I was surprised to see them manned, as most airlines oppose theirs to be operated by machines. Great to see BA still doing this. The crew were very friendly and helpful. Let's head upstairs. As with FlySafe now at most airports in the UK, their presence was clearly shown with many hand sanitisation areas, although there was no area to collect face masks. Of course, these are mandatory when travelling. Let's head through security and have a look around. Staff were great at security today, and I believe one of them actually watches my channel. Duty free at Edinburgh had the usual. However, I was pleased to see that they were not offering perfume samples. I was grinning throughout. Let's head through into the departures area. A cool addition to this trip is that I'm bringing along Joel from Travelino blog. Hello! A link to his channel will be in the description. The departure lounge was excellent in my opinion. Of course, with your usual airport amenities, there were also many departure boards to check on your flight, as well as many updates through the PA system. There were also quite a few eateries open to my surprise, like of course Cafe Nero, Wetherspoons and Costa, where we decided to stop off. I also found that Costa had a great selection of food and drink available. Their mango smoothie was lush. Of course, with all the baseline COVID rules the airports and airlines have to follow, there were very clear signage as well as social distancing markers guiding you around safely. One thing that was quite disappointing was the fact that both lounges at the airport were closed, including the British Airways one. The airport shop selection was quite decent. One thing that was pretty cool was that there was a shop actually selling items from Harry Potter. It's quite appropriate as some of the places in the books were actually inspired by Edinburgh. Unfortunately, this was also closed on my visit. Well, that was a brief look around Edinburgh Airport. Certainly not winning any awards, but had a decent selection of shops and restaurants. One thing you can't miss though is the views. It's that time, let's get on board our aircraft and fly to London. Today's aircraft was a 21-year-old Airbus A319, registered Golf Echo Uniform Papa Papa. Glad to see this aircraft has been brought right up to date with the modern mood lighting being added and also the new seats. Let's get buckled up and prepare for departure. I have to give a special mention to Samuel Taylor Ackroyd, who kindly filmed our departure today. He has a great aviation themed YouTube channel which is definitely worth checking out. Be sure to do so after you've seen this video. There will be a link in the description below. When thinking of British Airways, thoughts automatically go towards their long-haul fleet, with aircraft such as the Airbus A380. But the airline actually operates over 100 Airbus A320 family of aircraft. These include 35 of the A319 that are on board today. As I mentioned when boarding, the age of the aircraft. Sadly, these are actually set to be retired throughout the year, including the iconic BA retro livery. But, as they're still around, what can you expect when flying BA? As we have now reached our cruising altitude, I will now take the chance to take a look around the aircraft. The aircraft is laid out in a 6 abreast configuration, with 3 seats either side of the aisle. The aircraft was recently refitted with the British Airways updated cabin. Personally, I think it brings the aircraft right up to date. The toilets aren't very big, but it's a small aircraft. They were kept clean throughout, which is the important part. The aircraft is in a pretty good state considering it's around 20 years old. But what can you expect from the British flag carrier? Let's take a quick look around the seat area. Welcome to the seat area on board British Airways. At the top of the seat, you'll find a small storage compartment, which I wouldn't recommend using as there's no guarantee you'll even get your possessions back. The aircraft was fitted with onboard Wi-Fi, which was very expensive. We didn't use it in the end. At the seat, one thing that was great was there was place for USB connectivity to charge up your devices before you arrive. The seat was fitted with a very generously sized tray table. There was also a pretty deep cup holder indentation. It was also adjustable for smaller passengers or children. The legroom again was very generous. However, if you're over 6 foot tall, it may be worth booking an extra legroom seat. In the seat pocket, you'll find a safety card and a sick bag, but no in-flight magazine or menu. We'll get to that in a moment. Above your head, you'll find some individual air vents and reading lights. Midway through the flight, the crew came through the cabin with a light snack and some water, which I thought was a nice touch. There are no menus on board BA at the moment as they're not serving food, unfortunately. We have now commenced our descent down into Heathrow. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video for my final thoughts, but for now, enjoy the views as we arrive over London. Flying over London is magnificent, pointing out all of the famous attractions like Tower Bridge, the River Thames and the London Eye. Definitely worth flying into Heathrow if you haven't done already. Quick mention goes to Mad Aviation for kindly filming our arrival into Heathrow. A link to his channel can be found in the description.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London Heathrow Terminal 5. The time here is 9:35 in the morning. Before leaving the aircraft, please make sure you have all your seatbelt signs are switched off. We do ask that you please remain seated and
Huge thanks to the great BA crew for allowing us inside the cockpit today. Was definitely a great experience. Let's head through into the domestic arrivals area to pick up our bags at London Heathrow's Terminal 5. I have to mention this rather peculiar looking ceiling. Huge fan myself. The design of Terminal 5 is stunning. It's just everything about it impresses me. The designers must have been really proud. So, welcome to London Heathrow after that flight with British Airways. This is the part of the video where I share with you my final thoughts on today's trip. Kicking things off at Edinburgh Airport, I found it to be a pretty good terminal with plenty of shops and restaurants, as well as some great runway views. Of course, it's quite an old airport and it shows some wear and tear in some areas, but it was still pretty good. The flight itself, well, they're the British flag carrier, what can you expect? They offered a complimentary snack service on today's flight, which I thought was a great touch, as well as some fantastic views in flying over London. So, the big question, would I fly with British Airways again? Yes, I absolutely would. They are such a warm and kind airline. I really enjoyed flying with them. I thank you all for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like, comment what you thought of it down below, and of course subscribe for future content just like this. That's all from me today. Take care and stay safe.